We're live.
All right. We are live. Surprisingly, some minor technical glitch there.
It kicked us out.
I'm Carl Mengers. This is Aaron Burns. We are Weichert Realtors Main Edge Live. WRME Live. Okay. We got lots of stuff going on this week. Billy Sims lunch today. Anybody in the real estate business, clients,
I
whatever.
did what you did a second ago.
She did it. Billy Sims in Mustang at 11:30. You're welcome to join us. It's a family group deal. Anybody in the real estate industry or interested in real estate is welcome to join us. I pay for lunch.
Lenders, roofers, any involvement.
It's just a fun deal. Okay. Yeah. If you're one of our vendors, come join us. Don't hesitate. Okay, what else we got going?
We got investment class on Monday.
I do investment classes the first Monday of every month, and those start at 5 o'clock here at the Mustang office, 1125 West State Highway 152. And
no.
You got everything lined up over there? I didn't get it lined up over here.
I can see comments.
Okay.
Comments.
If you have questions, comments, anything, if you want to bitch about us being on Dadgum TV on the Facebook, then send us an email, WRME@mainedge.com. Okay, don't hesitate.
Or Facebook.
I may delete you, but at least I'll have an email. Okay, I'm feeling lonely. Nobody sends me emails. All right, somebody said something. Somebody said good morning. Well, good morning, Sandy Malega. Sandy Malega is in mainly one of our property managers here. We've got quite a few properties, and she does an awesome job.
Her and Mary.
Mm-hmm.
We got a lot of properties.
Mary is actually covering, that's one of the great things about our office and the way we operate. Mary is actually covering inspections for me right now at a property in Union City. We have a lot of people. We cover each other and just help take care of things.
If you're out of town, someone will help you.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going on vacation, someone will cover.
Right. And that's a big deal. When any office you go to, you gotta have people that can help you take care of things. Because the big deal in this business, if you don't have an assistant of some type, then you are one. Okay, that means you're doing everything yourself, and sometimes that makes it tough to have a life because things just happen. Just kind of the way things are.
Yeah, and most of the time, we can't pay for an assistant, so
well,
it's good to have.
But we share in the money, and it all comes through, one ways or another. Okay, on our ABC series, we're down to F. Okay, family and friends are hidden treasures. Seek them and enjoy their riches. You need to spend as much time as possible with family and friends. It's just as busy as our whirlwind lives are nowadays, it's just crazy that all of our close personal relationships tend to get shoved a little bit to the side. And I hate to see that part of our society that's happening. And you just have to make a priority to do that.
And especially in our business, because we're afraid something might happen or we might lose that lead. So then again, it's a benefit that we help each other, because you can go on that family vacation. You can go to the birthday party for a close friend or whatever and not worry about your stuff.
Right. Kelly Blue, she had that this closing this last week. She's had this vacation scheduled for 3 or 4 months, something like that. And the closing got moved to the middle of our vacation.
And moved.
Well, one of the rest of us will go take care of it. It's not that big a deal.
And they were appreciative that somebody else was there for them.
Right. Yep, and keeping them informed of what's going on.
Yes.
It's nothing worse than being on vacation. What's going on back at the office that I should be taking care of? Right. Don't worry about that stuff. Go enjoy family and friends. That's what it's about. Okay. What else we got here? We got the OKIE word of the week is a hankering.
I have a hankering for barbecue.
I have a hankering for barbecue at Billy Sims today. It has nothing to do with hankies. Okay, we just want to go get some barbecue. Some people think that is such a unique word, but I've used that word all my life.
I know.
I remember my third grade teacher. She told me, "You're hankering for a whooping." Okay, and I'm like, "Not really."
Nope, don't want one of those.
Got one anyway. Thank you, Miss Ivester. Okay.
They don't do that no more.
Well, she had one of those brass rulers, a foot-long brass rulers, and if you didn't write your penmanship just right, she'd whack you on the knuckles with this brass ruler. I had beautiful penmanship. I did at the time.
What happened?
Well, I went to 10th grade where Miss Bishop beat it out of me because we had to write so much. And, and when I was in 10th grade, I had a full-time job. And my father was sick, and everything was crammed into such a short period of time. And I had all this writing to do, and my penmanship went away. And I've never gained it back.
Never gained it back.
It's terrible. Okay.
Well, we have some questions.
All right.
Someone wants
Give me some questions.
Why should we use a realtor? Why should somebody use a realtor and not sell it themselves?
A good realtor, a good brokerage, and a good realtor is going to make sure that everything is going smooth on your side to protect you, whether you're a buyer or a seller. Okay. Now, are you talking about from the seller side?
Either
because
side.
the seller pays the commission.
Right.
Okay, not the buyer, most of the time anyway. Is it worth a percentage to be covered, under E&O insurance, errors and omissions insurance, to make sure those documents are prepared in a timely manner, shuffling back and forth with the title companies, working with the lenders for the buyer. Right. There's so much coordination going on, and believe me, we earn that commission. Yeah. There are a few folks out there that just go stick a sign in the yard and wait for somebody else to sell it. And that's going to happen a lot. But a good listing agent for sure is going to. I mean, we send out, do all kinds of marketing, just listed postcards, which we do a ton of stuff.
Right.
Getting on the phone, trying to, first thing we're going to do is present. If you're for sale by owner, for one thing, you're presenting to whoever drives by your house or who can find you on Craigslist or something like that. As a realtor, first thing we're going to do is go try to sell it to the other 5,000 agents in our area, in our metro area, MLS. And that's where the buyers are going to come from, because there's Susie Realtor over there at this other brokerage that's going to say, hey, my buyer is looking for this house like this. Let's call them up and let's arrange a showing and get it going. There's just so much value to that. And, we have to share that commission with the other side. So they're saying like, oh, you get 6%. Well, if everything worked in a perfect world, yes, it would. But more than likely, I think the statistic is 73% of the time the buyer is going to be brought from another agency. Mm-hmm. And so we have to share that. So 3% for that agent, 3% for me. And then, of course, they have to share that with their brokerage and everything else. It's really money well spent. And statistically, you're able to get more money working through a realtor, than if you sell it on your own. Okay, first thing a FSBO seller needs to understand, FSBO for sale by owner, is if you're selling it by yourself and they know there's not a realtor involved, everybody else knows there's 5 or 6% out there in commission, they're gonna lowball you no matter what. Right. They do it every time without fail. So you might as well pay somebody else to get you a little bit more money and get the deal done without a lot of hassle. A good realtor will basically say, okay, you need to come and sign the paperwork at closing. Here's what you need to do to make sure the house qualifies for the financing, makes it as smooth as possible for that seller.
Right.
I hope that answered your question.
Yeah, because the other big thing people ask is, we're paid so much. Why are we paid so much? Especially when they have a builder that says, if you don't use your realtor, we can get you a better deal. Okay.
Well, I'll say this to you builders out there that try to cut any realtor out of a deal or make a special deal on the side. You're cutting your nose off to spite your face. It's just, and there's builders out there that they just don't want to pay the realtor fees. But if you're friendly to realtors, they will bring you buyers. Factor that cost in, and then stick to your guns. We had Carrie Austin with Ideal Homes in here this week. I got to give Carrie a shout out here because I have never, since I've been in real estate, heard of Ideal Homes cutting a realtor out of a commission ever. I've never heard of it. If somebody finds that deal, email me. I'll find out what happened. But I've never heard of it. I've heard that with a lot of other builders, or they try to, work around the deals. This is not an adversarial business. We're here to help sell homes, help people buy homes. I don't understand anybody in this business that sees it as a
we're not making millions,
right? Well,
no,
but like adversarial. We don't need. We are on the same page. Mr. and Miss Seller have a house for sale. We need to get it sold for them. Mr. and Miss Buyer over here needs this house. We need to get them connected, get the things done, make it as smooth as possible for everybody and as stress-free as possible. No matter what you do, there's stress involved in all this. We need to help. That's our job, is to help eliminate as much of that as possible.
And there's always some hiccups somewhere or another, but it helps having a person coordinating between you and the other seller, you and the lender.
But a good agent takes those hiccups, smooths them out, and the buyer or seller really, they know about them, but they don't know about all the drama behind that. That's part of our buffer, is to protect them from that. It's kind of like that little duck out there on the pond. You see him kind of swimming around a little bit, but you don't see what's under the water. His feet's down there just kicking like son of a gun. That's us, the feet down there paddling like son of a gun, just so we can swirl around out in the water.
Because we want to get you closed on time as smoothly as possible, whether you're the seller or the buyer.
Right, exactly. So hopefully that answered your question.
Yeah. So let's talk about Omar and RPAC and all that stuff.
Okay, yeah. Yesterday I went to the Omar soiree, RPAC soiree. RE is the Realtors Political Action Committee. And
Omar is the Oklahoma City Metro Association of Realtors.
Right.
That's our MLS and stuff like that.
Right. RPAC is one of the largest lobbying groups. I know everybody goes, a lobby group. But real estate is a huge deal anywhere in the country, because it involves people's land and dirt and their houses. So the Realtors Political Action Committee goes and does a lot of the work. Who has time to run down to the Capitol and slap Mary Fallon around and say, hey, this is what's got to be done. That's why we raise money for RPAC. And Gary Jones does a really good job at the RPAC deals, raising the funds. I appreciate people being able to go do stuff like that, because I don't want to go down there and do this political stuff. I'd rather go fishing. It's just, that's what they're for.
Or take our clients to go see those houses.
That's right.
Whatever.
Or take everybody out to lunch at Billy Sam's Barbecue. We would much rather do that than do political stuff. Some people love political stuff. That's not me.
No.
Okay. All right. So.
Call to action.
All right. What we need to see is we need to see some response from you folks. I want you to email me, WRME@mainedge.com. Give me a comment. Give me a question.
Even if it's just to say, hey, we don't like watching you.
Right. Let us know what's going out there in your world. We love to hear from you.
We want to talk about things you want to hear about.
Exactly. Okay. And, questions are the easiest way to figure out what's going on. All right. Well, it looks like we're going to have a little bit of rain today and a beautiful weekend. Hope everybody goes out and has a great weekend this weekend. Come see us at Weichert Realtors Main Edge, where we do real world real estate every day.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.